All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. I thought I'd come in here just for a moment. And first of all, number one, thank many of you for honoring me by making video responses of some of the message that I do. Those of you who have become contributors and supporters of this truth that we're putting out here. You can rest assured one thing, that all of the offerings and everything that you send, it will be used the right way. I guarantee it. And I also wanted to use this time for a minute to give you an update. I have not yet talked or spoken with Pastor Joe just yet. We've had many communications or communiques going back and forth by way of email. We stay in constant contact with each other. But I will tell you this, that within the next few weeks, I'm planning on having some dates locked down for the gathering of the saints. Sometime at the end of September, October. We're planning on, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful meeting. And again, I'm going to tell you right up front, from the very beginning, it's going to start out with the Most High, and it's going to end with the Most High. You can believe that. Hallelujah. With Christ being the center of attention and focus from beginning to end. But it's going to be very educational and very informative. Also, wanted to take this opportunity to answer a few questions too, because I've had many people, many people, not just one or two, I'm talking about like 10 or 15. They often wonder why come I constantly use the terms Greco-Roman European Western society or perspective. That is because when you look at America, we're not influenced by the culture over in what you would call the Middle East. Our culture here is not influenced by the Africans. It's not influenced by the Chinese or the Japanese. That's just not the culture here in America. You have to be literally blind in one eye and cannot see out the other to not see that everywhere you go here in America, you're seeing nothing but Rome all over again. I mean, I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. And they have a life-size replica of the Parthenon down there. I mean, this thing is huge. It's big. And not only that, they have this big old gigantic 40-foot statue of some Greek goddess by the name of Athena or something, and she's holding Nike right in her hand. Did you hear what I said? She's holding Nike right in her hand. So when you look at our society, you look at the courthouses, they telling you exactly where our influence comes from. You look at the structure of the buildings. You look at even the Bible itself. Every author in the scriptures themselves are all Hebrew people. But then when you get to the New Testament, you see that all the English words that are presented there, they're all backed up by what? The Greek. So when I say that, I'm not trying to finger a particular group of people. I'm just telling the truth. And that's all there is to it. So, and then let me see what else I need to hit on here just for a moment. Up to date. Mind you, we're on Blog Talk Radio every Friday night, except I'm on Blog Talk Radio / Holy Living Ministries. Now, that's Sister Val Vavano site. The sister asked me to come on that time and to do a particular broadcast each Friday night. But we also have our own broadcast on Saturdays and Sundays. And I mostly do the broadcasts on Sundays. And sometimes I take phone calls. Sometimes I play pre-recorded message. But our site is blogtalkradio.com / straightway. And that's spelled STRAITWAY. And I really, truly do. Thank each and every last one of you for your support. I thank you for helping get this message out. And the last thing I want to close on is this food video, because it's done started a firestorm here on YouTube. But I want to talk about this food video for a second. See, what I'm trying to get us to do, ladies and gentlemen out there, is I'm trying to get us to see, because, unless we use visuals, I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor, and I've been that way for quite some time. I also understand exactly what it means to grow up. You have to understand, my mother and father, we didn't have no religion. We didn't believe in any religion. As a little boy, I would just go on the Baptist school bus because I could get a donut. And then I would just go to church there every once in a while, whenever I could. But, I didn't have all this. But then one day I had a meeting with the Holy Spirit himself. And that from that point, it charted my whole entire course. So I'm interested in the truth, and I'll promote the truth. I don't care what the truth looks like. I don't care what it sounds like, because I don't believe that the Holy Spirit will conceal the truth based on some cultural heritage. I don't believe he will conceal the truth because it will offend somebody. I believe that according to John 8:32, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. I believe that. I believe that with all my heart, and that's the one thing that truth does. Now, it is very painful because, you know, we have to realize that truth is often a bitter pill. It's sweet, and there's bitterness to everything that we do in life. But nevertheless, when we feel those high octane pings, that's telling us something. We need to do a little bit of reevaluation of ourselves. And I'm not worried about the people who don't like the way that I speak or preach. That's totally irrelevant. That's just shallow, man. It's onion skin, thin skin. We got to grow up from there. But the reason why that I speak and preach and I do the way that I do and I speak the way I do is because I'm doing my part to try to give you the truth that you have never had the opportunity to hear, or at times it's been closed up from you because the people who are in front of you or over you did not think you were intelligent enough, nor did they think you had enough capacity in your mind to understand it and receive it. And of course, since I could care less about the religious establishment, I could care less about the American government, I could care less about this wicked world and everything that is going on in it, and all I do is stand for the kingdom of the Most High Yah, I could care less about all this. So I'm standing for the truth. I'm an ambassador and a spokesman for the truth, and that's it. And that's what I'm going to tell you. So, I make these videos and stuff not only to show you the truth and to let you see from what the Bible has to say, but to show you the moves that we need to make here in this society. Too long, we've been dependent upon a system that has trained us to be subordinate. Too long, we have been dependent upon a system that has done nothing but lie to us. I mean, your mom and daddy lied to you. Your churches lied to you. The schools lied to you. Your government lies to you. Everybody lies to you. And even now, as grave as our economic situation is right now, we're totally insolvent. We're bankrupt as a country. We have no money. I don't even understand why we're still afloat today. I just know there's a lot of manipulation, trickery, a lot of chaos that is going on, and people are not being honest and upfront with us. So I know that these people are not going to do that. So I give advice to you people, the same advice that I follow myself and the people of the Most High here at Straightway. I give you the same advice of what we've been doing for the last 15 years. We didn't just start this stuff yesterday. We've been doing this thing for the last 15 years. So I try to do my part because I know your preachers and your pastors are liars. I know they're liars. If they cannot keep the commandments of God, there's no way that they can be trusted any way, shape, fashion, or form. And hey, let me address this statement while I'm here. You know, I made a statement in one of my videos that man cannot be trusted, and that is the truth. A man without the commandments, without laws, without statutes of that book right there, and he doesn't follow them, he cannot be trusted. And that's the truth. If he is following them, then he can be trusted. You see, you go on here and you watch his YouTube, you'll see people dealing with different aspects or different questions or different things that people present to them, and you'll watch them tap dance around. So I ain't tap dancing. I'm not no Sammy Davis Jr. I never did pick up tap dancing or all the rest of these people. All I can do is I know how to hit it straight, tell it straight, and then it's on you from there. It's on you from there. But it is my hope that you would hear. See, if you are one of his and you are a sheep, and you belong to Christ, no doubt about it, your understanding would be open. Your understanding will be extremely open. I know it will. I just got all this sheetrock and drywall mud on me and stuff, but that's all right. But anyway, so I tell you these things, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube out there, because we need to start taking control of our own destiny and what's going on. You need to get away from going to these food stores and putting your money down on poison that is constantly keeping you sick. They're not going to be truthful and honest with you. They're not going to do it any way, shape, fashion, or form, and they're not planning on doing it. So you know what you need to do? Find a farmer that you can build a rapport with. Get a group together. You see, that's how, you know, there's safety in the multitude of counselors. But when you can get a bunch of sound people together and you can get them to go to a farmer who actually has cows, and you know that he's a good man, he's doing things the right way, he's sick and tired of all this government regulation and all this taxation without representation, he's sick and tired with the government and the IRS with their foot on his back and stuff, and he wants to do things honest, provide an honest living. He don't want to give you a bunch of animals that's going to cause you to be sick because they're sick. You see, these are the things we need to do. This is the why we need to get out here and start communicating more and more and more. We're going to talk about stuff like this at this meeting. Pastor Joe calls it GOTS, Gathering of the Saints, because it's going to be a survival meeting. We're going to do a lot of teaching. Pastor Joe Fox, myself, and the other people that are coming around. I have a lot of people that contact me that are very interested in this, and they want to contribute, and they want to help. So we're going to have all the details hashed out and stuff. I don't care about popularity on YouTube or nothing like that. You have to understand, look at my lifestyle and let it speak for yourself. All I care about is the people getting the truth. That's all I care about. Now, will I end up being popular in the process? Oh, I'm sure I will. But that's not going to deter my course. There's nothing that is going to deter my course from telling you people the truth. I'm not going to spare it any way, shape, fashion, or form. And that is the truth. So if I tell you something, you better believe it's something that I do. I'm not telling you what you should do or what we need to do. I practice what I preach, and I preach what I practice. That's the reason why the words that I speak unto you, they have so much impact, because I back them up. I make the videos for encouragement, to let you know it can be done. Don't lose hope. Keep looking up. It's a wonderful day outside. Don't get on here and watch all these people continually telling you how bad everything it is. Hey, you get enough of that from me. But also there's a message of hope in this. That's why unity, we need to be in unity. We're too divided still. I have a couple of college students that are contacting me that would like for me to come down and to do a speaking to them. They actually want to record the video session and stuff. And hey, they're only in North Carolina. North Carolina is just the next state over for me. It's no big deal. All I care about is getting the truth out of you people, because, I remember how I felt when I found out that there was no such thing as a Santa Claus. Do you remember that? I felt betrayed. I had a hurt going on down in my little old heart back then. That hurt me because I started meditating. Why would my parents lie to me? Why would they make me believe in something make-believe or fairy tale, and then chuckle and laugh about it and say, okay, hey, well, it's sad. And I know your church is lying to you. Let me reiterate this again. How do you know that you are going to a pagan, heathenistic, Gentile, satanic church? I'll give you the attributes of it. There are three things, three pillars to religion that they promote as the truth that are nothing but lies. Sunday, Christmas, and Easter. You cannot find that in this book. You'll find the word Easter one time in the New Testament. You'll find it 26 times. The word Passover, you'll find it 26 times here in this New Testament. Now go check that out for a minute. Check that out. And at Easter is not another word for Passover. It is a mistranslation, or either those wicked translators decided to insert it because they wanted the influence of sun worship, just like Sunday and all the rest of it is. So you're going to get the truth from me, and that's all there is to it. I don't know how to say it, and I don't know how to be any more honest. I don't have what you call many friends. Definitely not many friends outside this community, and that's the truth. And that's okay. I'm okay with that all along. I am. So I'm not going to get up on this YouTube and lie to you to try to empower myself in order to try to gain a following. No. I'm a preacher, and you can't hear without a preacher. And the only way you'll know if he's preaching, he's been sent. And he's going to echo and say the truth of what the apostles and prophets have already said, and what the Messiah said. And that's the truth. So I hope that you encourage each and every last one of you. Didn't mean to ramble on so long here, but we really need to. We really, truly need to start coming together. We need putting our resources together. We need to start coming out of this system, stop spending money in this system, keep on feeding this beach and perpetuating more sickness, more diseases upon us, and they continue to lie to us, keep feeding us their snake venom, monkey pulse, and pig blood and everything else, and then we wonder why we're sick as a population. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, We don't deal with the sickness and diseases that you people deal with out there in the world. And I've been here 15 years. We don't deal with it. We really, truly don't. At most, we get a little sniffle, a little fever every once in a while. The children every now and then. But, you know, we range from 2 years old to 82 years old. And we're in really good health at this community. And some of you people out there that has been here, make a video. Make a video response to this and confirm what it said. We have the power of the Most High working with us through Christ, where we're able to heal the sick, cleanse the leper, raise the dead, and cast out devils. And we thank the Father for that. So you don't see me get on here too much talking about things that are not necessary. People can set up on this thing and get filled up with knowledge all day long. But if it's not implemented, if it's not knowledge put into practice, then what good is your faith? It's vain. I tell you, that's what it is. So y'all be encouraged out there. Be encouraged. Stop buying meat from those wicked stores that are doing nothing but poisoning you. That's why we have our little place right here, because almost 85% of the stuff we eat actually comes and is produced right here on this little bitty small land that we own right here. And that's the truth. And we're doing well. Y'all continue to keep praying for us, as we will for you. Again, thank you. I'm humbled by many of you that watch the video. Spread the truth around and at least let other people have the opportunity to hear the truth too. And then when the ball is in their court, let them make a decision. Most of the time when people hear me, if they have the spirit of truth will convict them. And the spirit of truth will open up their understanding. And the spirit of truth, he will let you know who I am. He will definitely let you know who I am. And that's the truth. My only desire is to point you to the King. And that's the truth. And that you would, to try to make things as painless as possible, since we live in a system of deceit and a system of lies and a system of corruption. There's got to be some light somewhere. I mean, Jesus said you are the light of the world. And that's the truth. We are the light of the world. So it's time for us to start shining. And that's the truth. Well, anyway, hey, y'all be encouraged. I've said enough, ramble on enough. Y'all have a good evening. The King is coming.